Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is CeeChronicles. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know you're here because you love fragrances. So if it's your first time here, this is what I have for you. I've got a fragrance review video for you. However, I'd ask you to subscribe if you can before we start. Okay, my content is mostly fragrance reviews, fashion videos, lifestyle videos, and a lot more. I don't know what my hair is doing here, but I'm going to fix it anyway. Okay, so yeah, that is what I have for you today. I'm going to be bringing you a fragrance review video. So please do subscribe if it's your first time here. I also want to acknowledge my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you as always. I managed to pick up a Lattafa, this is a Badee Oud Amethyst. Okay, I know I am late to the party, but you've got to understand that, it's not every fragrance that I can get my hands on, but I finally have it. Okay, so yeah, this is what I'm going to be talking about today. Badee Oud, okay, Amethyst, right? This is so different from its counterpart, by the way, before I even go ahead and start talking about it. If it's your first time to see this fragrance, and you probably know of this one, they are worlds apart. They're not the same. Okay, I'm going to just put this one here. So now that we have that one out of the way, I'm going to show you. This is the presentation. It is quite beautiful presentation, okay, and that's where it sits. There's a velvety background there, and that's the gorgeous bottle. It's tucked firmly. Okay, I may have to use my right hand actually. Okay, so because it is that, this wouldn't break. Oh yeah, finally, this wouldn't break if you dropped it or if you turned it upside down. It was snugged in tight. Okay, so let me take my paper here. I'm going to take my tester paper because I'm already wearing something, and I'm going to waste a few sprays here for you and then tell you what I perceive. Okay, so we're talking about Badee Oud Amethyst. That is the Atomizer, beautiful Atomizer. Okay, quite strong. Really strong. Okay, I have sprayed this before, by the way, but spraying it here, like so close to my face, it's so strong. I kind of, even swallowed bits of it, or maybe it's just my senses feeling that way. It is strong. Okay, right. So yeah, this is a 2021 composition from the house of Lattafa, and Lattafa have been giving us good fragrances, guys. They have actually, other sub brands, but all the Lattafa fragrances nail it for some reason. Okay, so now that the paper is dry, the top of this fragrance has got some bergamot and it's got some pink pepper, so I can already get that spiciness. The spiciness from the pink pepper you get from the top. Okay, and then in the mid it's got that Turkish rose, it's got that Bulgarian rose, as well as some jasmine. So it's definitely your rosy kind of scent. Okay, and then in the base it's got your oud, which is your egg wood, and then it's got your amber and some vanilla, and it's marketed as unisex. Okay, rightfully so. I can understand the rose here, the way the rose here comes across is, it comes across in such a way that a man can wear this without a problem. Although I can see maybe a lot of women liking this, or more women liking this than men. I don't know, because it does have that unisex appeal, and the rose is not too girly. It's just somewhere there in between. Maybe the oud balances it out, but also the oud here is really soft. So if you don't like oud, this is probably not going to bother you at all, because the oud here is quite soft. Okay, what I get again in the opening is this latex kind of feel. Something feels so rubbery. Okay, that you're gonna notice, you're gonna know, you can almost picture rubber just by smelling this. Okay, and that overdose pink pepper mixed with that rose, so there's a lot of spiciness, a lot of rose, and then something that feels so rubbery, but it's a sweet fragrance overall. In case you're wondering what scent profile is this is sweet. This is not your citrus. This is not light as well. Okay, a bit airy, but can be stuffy. I can see somebody saying this is too stuffy. All right, and I am giving you a review of this based on just what I am sniffing. I know this is supposed to be inspired by some initial fragrance. I think it's Atomic Rose or something. The bottle kind of looks the same. I haven't had my nose on that one, so I cannot speak about that one. I cannot compare the two, but I'm telling you based off what I am smelling. Okay, something here also feels a bit metallic. The more I sniff it, there's something there that comes off as metallic, okay? And it could be the mix of spicy pink pepper and bergamot. I don't know, because this does have that citrusy bergamot. So maybe bergamot mixed with pink pepper gives you like a metallic feel. I don't know, but something is rubbery, something is metallic in this fragrance, okay? The two roses here make this one really intense, but it's intense like in a romantic way, okay? It's also one fragrance I'll recommend for Valentine's. Okay, the bottle unfortunately looks masculine. So if you're purchasing it for a woman, just make sure they don't mind appearances, because this bottle actually looks really masculine. But because it's unisex, if you're purchasing it for a man, I'm pretty sure they would love this, okay? As long as they like the sweet, rosy fragrances. This is not going to give you your typical masculine, been there, done that kind of vibe, okay? And by that I mean, you know, there are some fragrances out there that when you spray, you kind of know, okay, yeah, this is masculine. That's how it's supposed to smell, like Bleu de Chanel, for example, or Sauvage, Dior. You know, they have this kind of like generic thing to them that just gives off a masculine vibe. You're not going to get this. You're not going to get it from this. This is in the niche lane, because obviously if this is inspired by a niche fragrance, that's basically what it's going to be, okay? This is in your niche kind of lane, but this is going to be for somebody who likes, you know, who doesn't have a problem with the rosy scents. But the rose here, like I said, you know, the rose as it's clashing with that oud feels it's acceptable for a man, and can actually come across as pretty for a woman as well, okay? So yeah, really latexy, okay? And it's quite nice. I get also some warmth in this fragrance, I guess because maybe it's got some amber there, I don't know. It's got that cozy, you know, warm feel to it, okay? There is some vanilla here, but what you'll get the most is that rose that comes across as rubbery because of how it's mixing up with all these other things. But it's beautiful, really, really beautiful. Very seductive. It's really seductive. Okay, I'm losing my words here. The fragrance is just corrupting my mind. Okay, it is a seductive scent. Okay, yeah, it's. And then for those that just may want to know, these two, there's nothing to compare, okay? Absolutely nothing. There's nothing to compare here. This is doing its own thing, so don't worry about that. Don't, I wouldn't, you know, because you see, sometimes we use a mental shortcut when bottles are like this, and then some people may say, okay, because this one's purple, it's probably for women, and this one's black is going to be probably for men. No, these are two completely different fragrances, in as much as they have like the same art around them, okay? This one's Amethyst and this one's Oud for Glory, but they are not the same. This one's more challenging to wear, okay? This one is more ideal for somebody who's got that nose on a lot, who has had their nose on a lot of fragrances that they don't mind different, you know, like a different kind of vibe. That is what you get here, like a really herbal, you know, spicy, green kind of vibe here. This, on the other hand, is spicy, sweet, warm, medicinal, you know, powdery, even feels a bit like candy, you know. Something in here also feels like candy. And this I can see can be also a bit overwhelming if you overspray this. Maybe not to your nose, but to the people around you, because this is one fragrance that when I sprayed, I could just smell, and I could imagine how the other people on the other side that I was talking to were smelling. Because if I was almost like choked by it myself, I'm pretty sure it's quite heavy, even, you know, for the people around you. So it's one of those fragrances that you may need to go a bit easy on the trigger, okay? But the good news is it's overall a good fragrance. You know, it is a beautiful fragrance, and the price is right as well. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this one. I hope I've told you enough, you know, for you. It's on the niche vibe, but not on those challenging challenging niche vibe fragrances, because there are some fragrances that are really challenging where you need the niche. Some niche fragrances are so challenging that you need to have kind of like a special experience with fragrances for you to appreciate them, or you need to wear them over time for you to start appreciating them. This, on the other hand, is one fragrance that I feel maybe one spray somebody will totally get it. You won't smell like every Jack and Jill, but at the same time, this is not going to be one of those fragrances that, oh, you need to get accustomed to and this sort of thing. Yeah. So yeah, beautiful overall, just based on what it is. Like I said, it is said to be a dupe of Initio's Atomic Rose. I don't know about that one. I haven't sprayed that one, but I'm talking about it based on it, based on what it is. So thank you so much for joining me today. CeeChronicles is my name. I hope you found this review useful. I was talking about Badee Al Oud by Lattafa, and this is the Amethyst. This is the Amethyst version of it. Do let me know in the comment section if you already have this fragrance. This I would recommend as a Valentine's gift for either sexes. You could buy this for your male, or you could buy this for your boyfriend or for your girlfriend. I think it's just one of those fragrances that will just tick the boxes for both sexes. So yeah, I would recommend this as a Valentine's gift, fragrance. Like this video if you like it, turn on post notifications, share this video if you want to share it, and remember guys, smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.